Good evening, folks. Can you hear me? Do you hear me? Are we loud and clear? Do we have vocals? We have got Henry in the house. Hi, Henry, Midi Boer, who's fresh from a singing tour all the way Kraaifontein, Kuils River area. Ons het vir Peer hierso. Ek hoop julle het lekker gebraai. Kom ons transition gou dat julle my mooi gesig kan sien. Lekker om julle in die huis te hê, man. Lekker dat julle vanaand vir my kom join. Thank you very much for everyone that's joining. Hope you enjoyed your National Braai Day. Yeah, we bried last night. We had a huge braai simply because the wifey wanted to take the kids out and about to the ocean for a nice little tan. And if you're ever in the Cape Town area and you do not go and visit the Blue Peter area, wonderful place, wonderful place. Safe parking, which is very important. Nice food, brilliant company, fantastic view. And you're very close to the ocean, shallow waters for the kids to play around with. And you can take your girl for a romantic walk to a little island over there. So yeah, it's a fantastic place. So hi, Midi Boer, brilliant. I'm glad you guys can hear me though. Daniel, hi there. Mr. Midi Boer had a live show this afternoon at the Palms. So if also you Cape Town guys, there's another place which you can support. It's the Palms. So Vos Reineke, he's Midi Boer. That's the guy that made the jingle for Blimey, the juice. And yeah, if you haven't seen it though, just check it out. It's one of my latest videos though. So what I'm currently vaping on, basically the same. As I said, I'm still waiting for that Steam Crave. They did send me through a DHL tracking number. So I should have it by next Thursday. I should also have... what's the other thing I ordered, man? But I ordered it from Survape. The people are raving about it. The Asgard Mini RDA. So I got myself a nice stainless version of that as well. Just simply because most of my mods, well, a lot of my mods are stainless mods, dual battery mods. So I thought it'd be great, stainless steel, maybe a black tip, and it would fit with anything. So that's very good. Tienis, good evening, sir. Thank you very much. Tienis is one of my long-standing patrons. I know I don't put out a lot of content though, but hopefully they've got some few juices which they can make and enjoy over there. So yeah, thank you very much, Tienis, for joining us as well. So yeah, I just did a fresh week on this, Mavaton all the way. And just for the sake of interest, if you guys want to go and read up on Mavaton cotton, go to an American website called The Cotton Man. And that's the guy that actually produces. He's the guy that, he's the Mavaton. He's Mr. Mavaton. So if you order stuff, he disperses it worldwide though. So the Mavaton which Vapors Cafe have, all come from him. And if you see that Mavaton somewhere else, in a vendor in South Africa, then you know it comes from Maurits, from Vapors Cafe. So any case, but if you go to the eSig SA forums, Mr. Rob Fisher, he's actually testing a few new versions of Mavaton which is actually coming out, and then I think 2 or 3 different other cottons as well, Red Tail or Cinderella Hair or whatever the case. But after his testing, just go and read up on the testing. He did a nice thorough test, and he also puts the cottons from best to last according to him, and that's the man that he wicks a lot. I think, well, I don't even want to think how many dwarfs he actually has. But if somebody would know about cotton, it would be him. So yeah, just go and the top 4 rank is all Mavatons, but they're so close to one another that if you've got Mavaton X, you're going to still be a happy chappy for a very long time. It's still the cotton which I'm using. And just to actually show you, just before the show, I actually did the Torrent Beast over with new cotton. The cotton was in there for 2 weeks. And that's normally about the time, say 2 to 3 weeks. If I had cotton bacon prime inside here, that's normally when I just did a fresh cotton build in it. But when I opened it up, I was extremely surprised. And I'll show you a picture just now of what those coils still look like. But this is the cotton which I took out. You can see, and this is after 2 weeks. Look how nice and clean that cotton looks. There was 0 burning in the middle where it is underneath the coils. Mavaton, oh my word. So if you still doubt, if you're still a kendo person, if you're still a cotton bacon prime person, if you're still a titanium fiber person, Then you're out. Then you're out. I can tell you straight away. You're not trending. You're absolutely not trending. That's the cotton. So yeah, go and support Vapers Cafe. And then also at the bottom, you will still see Steam Crave. Also one of the companies I have to give a shout out. As I said, they send quite a few of their products for me. I've still got the back. I've still got the Ragnar. I've still got the Romomizer. I've still got the mods as well, which they stand out. The Titan, the big one. So yeah, and the Hadron. So I just like the quality of that company. Very, very good quality. So there's Daniel. Ja, die braai was lekker. Yes, we had 3 different types of societies. Mustard and honey. And then some other sweet barbecue. But it's all pork. Oh my word. So nice for a change. Because normally we put a choppy or a worstie. Or maybe a T-bone or a rumpy. But this was so nice for a change. It's either varknek or vark societies. Which I like. I don't like the big vark chops. The meat is too dense, weirdly enough. So besides this monkey nut, I'm still rocking the Expromiser V4. I really love this for a bit of MTL action. Absolutely. Still on top of the detonator. I know I'm boring. I will switch it up a bit though. I did play around with my other mods as well this week. But as I said, I'll switch around. And then the DNA 75 from, from Vapa. The Odin collaboration with our friendly Australian Vapor. And by the way, I watched the video of him the other day. I think they're in trouble again regarding the government. There was a certain time where the government actually wanted to ban nicotine in Australia, and then they had the vocal support, and then they convinced the department or the government to actually let it sleep. Now all of a sudden things have woken up again. A stirring has started. And they're in trouble again, which you can be fined heavily if you get caught importing nicotine, if the law actually passes. So they are actually in a bit of trouble in Australia. So yeah. Evening. Bazinga, blimey is awesome. Thank you very much, Rob. It's so nice. If somebody enjoys it as much as what I and Midi Boer, Mr. Force Reineke, who did the chime. By the way, Rob, he's inside chat over there. So that's Force Reineke. He's got one song on YouTube. You must go and listen. His own original song. It's an Afrikaans tune, but it's nice on the ear. It's lekker on the ear. So yeah. And then on top of it is the glass. Where for me the glass? Oh my word. I'm thinking about the glass because I ordered the glass. And the Pioneer. I must just figure out the payment. I hate it when vendors locally don't have a quick payment. I just don't smack it. To go onto the bank and EFT for an oak like me who's not set up, because I don't want to create too many accounts with too many websites. I'm a bit afraid there's too much information out there. So I just like some of these. And by the way, talking about payment, I'll show you just now. That sucks a bit. So in any case, môre is hier so. Waar is jou nuwe speelding? I will show you a photo of the new toy which is on its way. Now, it is a toy which belonged to Maurits, and he advertised it on the forum. And at that specific point, I didn't have the cash in hand, but I've got some moolah which I saved up. And then I contacted the guy, he's called Navak, something like that. But he's an Italian apparently, who is in South Africa. He stays in Kamatipoort. And then I contacted him about a few months ago and actually asked him, listen, if he's prepared to sell that mod to me. And he said, no, he's keeping it though. And out of the blue, a few days back, he contacted me. Oh my word. And then he said if I'm still interested. I said, there you go. And I actually purchased it from him. And I will show you just now, when I'm going to show you a few of the pictures, the winged images. Then you'll see that mod which I'm talking about, and specifically, that was the only other mod which I wanted to put that black Hadley with that blue tip, which Nico Libber made for me. I wanted to put it on that or the Aegis Squonk. But because I thought I wasn't going to get this specific Squonk I'm going to show you just now, I was organized with my brother-in-law and he purchased it for me though. And now that we are on level 1, which is good news, his daughters might come over to visit the mother who is in Cape Town. So hopefully they will bring over the goodies, the Centaurus and the Aegis. And that would be awesome. Waar is jou nuwe speelding? Maar Brumilda is awesome law. Henry, Henry, I'm going to show you something just now. If you like the Bromilda, there's something which is also released, which is going to probably be released, but it's released to a few reviews already. Then it's something you might want to have a look into, though, if you enjoy those type of RDTAs that use those stainless steel rods. The IFARs, nice, man. Nice to see some Capetonians here, man. Capetonians, lekker. Let's keep it local. We'll see. It's the Cree, man. The Cree 22. That's the thing. Never got back to it. But I got to say, I was actually surprised when the guy decided to sell me this. And it's the only Odin which I was interested in. I wasn't interested in the big one. I wasn't interested in the non-DNA version, the 100 one. And I also wasn't interested in the black because I do not have any faith in Dovebo's paint jobs. None at all. This guy, the brushed look, and I think it's a very nice looking mod. But yeah, the thing is, I just gotta toot on some blimey over here. Now every time which I talk about blimey or somebody mentions blimey, what's the nice thing is Rob will know exactly what it tastes like. And that's the nice thing about juices, people getting to know profiles. That's cool. The same as mods. When I tell you anything about how I experience a mod and you have it yourself, then it's much nicer because you can directly relate to it from experience now. And that's cool beans. Asif, yeah. I really like the 22, and my whole point was getting the 22 is for mods like this, for single 18650 mods. The 24s might be too big. I'm a bit worried about that, but I'm very interested to see or to hear from somebody that's actually got both, what exactly the difference is between the 22 and the 24. But I purposely wanted the 22 from the beginning, and I'm extremely happy with this. Extremely happy. This crease is lovely. I love it. And then something else. If you guys wondering why I don't put out so many reviews now, there isn't much. For some other reason, I don't know, the companies, because the bigger reviewers probably are more active now, they contacting them now and they're sending them all this stuff to review. So now the Oaks don't contact me. People that actually did contact me, besides Steam Crave, was a company called Olight, weirdly enough. And they came across my reviews, and let's put it that way, it is vape reviews, which I do, vape-related reviews. But they've got stuff like this. Now, this is a torch which I obviously got myself for the simple reason, and that's what I'm trying to do. Everything which takes a battery, I'm trying to get it in 18650 or 21700 version, simply because I've got those batteries. And yeah, it's so easy, put it in charge, etc. But this is a phenomenal light, a brilliant torch. Now this is the LED lens. In case I'm not promoting torches, though, I'm just saying it was just strange that this company, I think they saw my cap, and they've also got a nice cap. But this is a fantastic torch. Just check out that, man, at the back there, and you can even focus a point. You can see Batman at the back. So this thing is extremely sensitive, and it's also got different settings there. But to make a long story short, a company like this contacted me and asked me if I wanted to review their products. What do you think I said? Of course. Who am I to say no? I mean, it's if the people request a review, they obviously like the way which you do the review. So I'm happy with that. Come on, guys, put something in chat. What's wrong with you? Ask me some questions. Let me respond to stuff. Keep this thing alive. All right. Then Mr. Kelvin van der Merwe also sent me this. He actually purchased it for himself, but he brought it to me, though, so that I can review this, have a look at it there. And yeah, this is the Humvee. And he got himself this nice mod blue camouflage mod version. But anywho, and I mean, from what I've actually felt of this thing's a rugged bastard. Try and put some light on this. Check out that, man. This is one monkey nut. It's a little fatty. But if you've got big hands, you're gonna like the feel of this thing in the hand. Absolutely. So I will check out this, have a look at it, and review that next over the weekend. So in case any of you are interested in getting something to use on a rally, or you're on a building site, or you're somewhere that demands a bit of getting physical. A bat signal. That bat signal over there. Now, I don't know. I was just, because I'm a huge Batman fan. All these figurines which you see is I go through different stages where I collect things up until a certain point, and then I cross over to the next. So yeah, I've got a huge, humongous amount of DVDs, all the classic DVDs, which I thought was great movies, great comedies, great thrillers, great action movies, epic stories, like Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, Boondock Saints, Forrest Gump, Apocalypse Now, Full Metal Jacket, all those type of movies I collected in DVD format. And then I got to a point where I'm happy, and then I moved over to figurines. So yeah, got myself a lot of Batman figurines, the superhero Marvel chess, metal figures, etc. Jimi Hendrix, The Crow, Joker, Hellboy, such a lot of them. So I'm always on the lookout for something which I can leave for my son, something which is interesting. And that light at the back there is something you don't see that often. And I just watched Facebook. I went onto Marketplace, and there's somebody actually advertised it, I think for $250 or something like that, $350, might be, yeah. And immediately I said, boom, I'll take it, and close by as well. So that was very convenient. Absolutely. I'm struggling to find the best dessert juice. Can you give me some juices? Corey, I'm not heavy into my desserts. I showed the cotton, well, I threw it away now, but the cotton which I had in the Torrent Beast for 2 weeks before I rewicked it with Maviton now, and the cotton was still beautiful, as if it's a day which I actually wicked this guy. And the coils as well. The picture which I will show you just now, you will actually see the coils. Now the coils which is in there are 3 weeks old, but you'll see they're still super clean. And that is because I just vape fruit juices, icy fruit juices with not a lot of sweetness inside these tanks. And that helps tremendous amount for the longevity of your wick and your coils. Absolutely. So I'm not that big into desserts, but I made myself a custard pudding, or vanilla custard pudding, which I enjoy. I made myself a coffee dessert, which I enjoy, a bubblegum milkshake, which I enjoy. So I've got my desserts, but I probably maybe vape a tank every 2 weeks, to be quite honest, just to just get myself off that fruits a bit though, so that I can appreciate that fruits a bit though when I get on there. So I'm the wrong person to actually ask. Maybe there's somebody in chat which can tell you more about desserts. And they also probably know a lot more about commercial juices as what I can actually do. So yeah. Hey buddy, jy kan die LED uitskroef en in toren opsit, behoort te werk. Waarvan praat jy nou? Wat sê LED? Van die flits? Okay, het jy 'n review op die Aegis X? Now the reason why I didn't get the Aegis X is, well, first of all, the company obviously didn't contact me. And if they don't contact me, I have to find enough reasons to actually buy a mod out of my own pocket there. And I just didn't like you'll see if you go through the collection, which I did, my collection number 1, 2, and 3, you'll see I don't have mods with huge screens. I don't like that. And that's the Aegis X. It's got that huge screen. So I'm extremely happy with the Aegis Boost. So much so that I decided it absolutely won't be worth the while. It would be pointless actually getting that. So yeah, I can quickly show you a few things which is on the up and up. Let's quickly transition over there. Check out that little monkey nut, which is going to be released soon. And that is the E-Leaf iStick S80, 80 watt. But yeah, in case you're looking for something which is nice and attractive, and E-Leaf has got good products, nothing wrong with E-Leaf products. It's just a different change up. I like that form factor. I really like that form factor a lot though. So it's something which you can consider. And I also like that button which they've got over there. The fact that you're going to pull down that button. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this thing? The E-Leaf iStick S80. So obviously capable of 80 watts, the name says it to you. I have both the 22 and the 24, using the 22 in MTL with an alien coil Rob left in it. He mentioned the coil is from a guy in Egypt. That's weight. That's wide. Thank you. I tried fruity, but I'm struggling to enjoy them. Or maybe you can give some fruit type juices. And thank you for taking my questions. No, Corey, it's no problem. I'll take anyone's question. As I said, there's companies which bring out very nice fruits. You've also got Flavor World, which has got very nice fruit one-shots, which you can go and buy, which is a lot similar to quite a few commercial juices out there. I don't want to say too much, but you must go and look at the one-shot range. I think it's under Flavor World Super Shots, if I'm not mistaken though. But there's some nice fruits which you can just... You don't have to buy any different concentrates. Just mix it up and you're going to get some nice commercial quality juices from that there. But otherwise, geez, like it. I think Nully's more into desserts. But yeah, but the thing is, I don't really want to mention any commercial juices because those guys don't really support my channel. They haven't shown any support for me whatsoever. So I'm not interested in actually promoting those guys. But what I can do tell you, one which I actually enjoy is this one. This is one which is not one of my own. Just want to see the company over there. Ja, my brilletjies is nou bietjie in sy vyen. But yeah, there's something, in any case. But I bought this from Juicy Joe's. And I think it's a very nice, almost like a fresh, icy type of fruit. And those are the fruits which I enjoy. I don't like the creamy type of fruits. I like a nice, clean, fresh fruit. And then there's one from Mystify as well, which he actually gave to me. And this is a passion fruit, pineapple, and mango one, which you can also try if you see it in the shops, which is nice. But some of these guys can obviously tell you the main difference that Flavor World's lime slushy is divine. Yeah, it is. I will do so. Thank you. First time I'm seeing your channel and I subscribed. I think probably 0.5% of vapers in South Africa know about my channel. And that's what I'm talking about. There's so many vendors who know I am, but those guys just don't spread the word. They do not see the point in promoting me at all. So that's how it is in South Africa. That's our vaping community for you, summed up in a nutshell. So any case, let's quickly move on to the neck pick. To show you what's going on there. There's the one I'm talking about for the man that enjoyed the Bramilda. And yeah, same company which gave us the Expromiser V4. They decided to bring out that. Oh my word, this thing's quiet. I would love to test or vape on something which they claim that is more quiet than this Expromiser. No, I don't think so. So any case, yeah, I know that guy's is very, very tall. It's called the TCX RDTA from Expromiser, X-Vape, Expromiser, TCX RDTA. But it is a big one. There's Tina says JEL Nutty Crunch. Nutty Crunchy. So there's a nice dessert for you, which you can go and try. I will do so. I know TKO, they brought out a very nice milkshake range. You can go and test that as well. Their blue milk's extremely popular. And then the other one of them which I really enjoyed was this. I can't remember what the name was, but it had cinnamon in it. It's a cinnamon Danish roll, I think. That was also very good. And then they almost had a minty type of one, which I also enjoyed. But you can definitely go and try out TKO's juices as well. They're also very nice. And they stocked in, I think, all vendors across South Africa stocks TKO. So yeah, then you must know. Yeah, Corey, it's the only thing that puts me off about this guy. Well, except I'm not a big fan of those rods. I've still got to try. If somebody sends me one again, I'm going to try what that one German subscriber actually said, where you just remove one or two of the wires in each one of those rods just to increase the speed at which saturation takes place or capillary action. Then I might give it another go. Me time, Jason, that's right, yeah. It was me time. So there are some nice juices, but I think you're also more allowed to do some probably taste samples. If you bring your own drip tip and you've got some gloves on you and there's some alcohol around, whatever, some vendors might probably allow. I've got no idea how strict they are currently. I know when I went into Juicy Joe's, they didn't have any juice samples to test though. But if the vendor does allow it though, test and you will see. I heard you like mint. No, I'm not a big fan of minty vapes. I'm trying to make a mint imperial vape just as an MTL for myself, something which tastes exactly like mint imperials, but I haven't played around with that though. I've got one of the ingredients which I think is going to help a lot, and that's that shisha peppermint. But I'll get there. I'll make something nice. The Typhon GX weeks like gangbusters. I saw, for you guys who've got some money, that Vapors Cafe actually brought in, now that Rob talks about the GX, they brought in the GT4. They've got in there for I think 3,500 Rand. So yeah, obviously it might sound, if it sounds a lot of money to you, then that's obviously not the realm in which you vape. I'm also not there. That's why I say it's probably once a year, twice at the most, that I treat myself at that echelon, that level. But otherwise, no, I'm a low tier, mid tier vapor. And I'm happy. As long as you're happy with the mod. I mean, it's nice to see a Ferrari drive by you. But the thing is, I'm not going to wish I had one and top about it because I can't afford it. So it's pointless, but it's still nice seeing it there. So that's why I enjoy it, watching people post their high-end gear. So yeah, it would be nice having one, but I know I can't. You just got to realize your borders. All right, and then you're going to be much better off. As I said, these things keep me very, very happy. It also brings the juice to my mouth. It also takes the juice down to my lungs, and it also exits. The same thing does exactly the same as what your Beetle's also going to get you from point A to point B. All right, you might not turn as much heads along the road, but you're going to get there. And ain't that the point of it all? Okay, there's a show there. Yeah, no, Corey, that's why I said if you think it's going to be a lot of money, then obviously this is not for you though. It's also an atomizer which is going to be too expensive for me. I cannot justify spending that much on an atomizer. If I can buy a vicious ant mod cheaper than that, then no, it's too much. But it's a fantastic tank, apparently. Fantastic. I haven't tested the Midi Boer Jeep XJ. Midi, I still wanted to ask you that on his website, in case you guys your website's also Midi Boer. If you just go into YouTube and you type in, I think, Midi Boer, then you're going to get to his channel. And then they are a lot of 4x4 guys, but I think they all have got these, well, a lot of them has got these Jeep XJs. There's something about those Jeep XJs which keep them excited. But I think somebody wrote a jingle. I'm not sure whether it's Foss which wrote it himself, but you must go and listen. It's a very catchy jingle which has been adapted for this 4x4 video which he's got on his website. You must go and check it out. Let's look at the next one over there. Now there's a message which I received from Heaven Gifts. Not a nice message, because it means that they do not accept PayPal anymore. And I'm just a bit worried if Heaven Gifts does that. How long is it going to be where Hot E-Seek, 3F Vape, 3A Vape, and those huge Health Cabin and those guys also going to start doing the same thing? Because remember what that message said. the email which they sent me. And the reason why is I was looking to purchase 2 things from the website, and at checkout, I couldn't get a payment option for South Africa all of a sudden. And then I just sent them a message, a ticket, and that's the response which I got. And apparently PayPal is not supporting the sale of vape products anymore. So that's going to be a huge bummer if that is true. So I've got no idea what we're going to do now if most of these companies start incorporating that, because that's the way in which I buy. That's the way in which I do my payment on these websites. So yeah. So Force says it is him that did the jingle for the XJ. Just go and listen to that, yeah. But Midi, you can just put in a link to that video so they can listen to that tune. It's nice. It's almost like a country adaptation. Nice country vibe. I'm happy with my Vupu drag too, with the Zeus RTA. Corey, that's where you have to be. You have to be at a point where you're actually happy with what you have, and then it's no point in it. As I said, I'm a hobbyist. I like taking it further, but I'll obviously get to that point. I mean, you can see all these mods at the back in that thing, and I must still put the bottom 2 rows. I'm just waiting for stands, more anti-stands. But where I'm also going to feel that I'm actually at that specific point where I'm not too worried about now. Even though some of the mods which I'm going to still show you might be interested and might look cool, I don't see a point for myself to actually get them anymore, because all these things which I currently have work fantastically. So yeah, you never know. Hey, oh, that's blimey. Still new in using the Bermuda. Got it today from Uncle Rob, and I have no problem. Wicks nice, 6 hits, no dry hit, single coil, loving it. Yeah, Henry also didn't have a problem with saturation. I had a problem with the amount of flavor versus what I am used to giving me. So yeah, if I find something that's going to give me more flavor, and I don't know how that is possible, than this Tauren beast. And I've got no idea why I'm so lucky, because as I said, there's Force I know still likes his, but there are people which are not happy with the Tauren. So I've got no idea whether it's the O-rings, whether it's different batches which have been released, and I was just lucky enough to get a batch where the O-rings might be. I've got no idea, but I love this thing, and it gives me phenomenal flavor. But if I can get something which is on point with this, then I'll get there. And the Bramilda, unfortunately, was not one of those things. And then it's pointless for me to actually hold on to it, though, if I'm not too happy. Because it was also a tall. I wasn't too keen on the look of it, those tall guys. So that's the thing. I like more these shorty monkey nuts. These short guys. I'd recommend or Aliplay if available. Aliplay, pay. Peppermint, there's quite a lot of payment options which they, if you're going to check out that link now and you're going to click on one of those links which is inside that message, they do give you a variety of payment options, but it's for different countries, and South Africa is not there. That's the bummer. Payments which they accept. Let's check out the next thing which we have over there. There it is. There it is. And that's which is on its way. I should get it Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I should have that guy in my... So basically next Thursday when I go live, hopefully, the chances is 70%, because it's sent via Postnet. So I'm going to get it, but Postnet is maybe a day or two, takes longer though. But I prefer them above Aromax. I'm done with Aromax. Done with them. And I don't have a courier account. And this guy, as I said, is in Komatipoort. And that's on the border of Mozambique. It's situated there. So I'll rather take the safe option via Postnet to get it to my Postnet and go and pick it up. But that is the Vicious Ant. DNA 75. And it's a beautiful one. Yeah, that blue is fantastic. I love the design of that thing. Because what's the problem with these, how can I say, I think this is resin. Ordering these things is they are random. So when you might see a resin mod or even a stab wood mod on a website, it's not necessarily what you're gonna get, because it's one of a kind colors. But when I saw this blue vicious ant, oh my word, I just had to have it. I think it looks amazing. Imagine yourself with that black Hadley with that blue tip on top of that thing. Ish Makadish. But it does have its problems, make no mistake. Even though it's an expensive mod. And the thing is, what I paid for it is half of what you would pay for it if you actually order it from overseas. Those mods go for, I think, $350. And then you have to pay an additional probably $70, $80 to get it over here, shipping. So yeah, that's a lot of moolah. And I was lucky. I got it for I think $3,000, including shipping. So yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. But I think that's beautiful. Where can we get some blimey? Jason, the only place where you're going to get blimey is from me. I'm tired of struggling to get the attention of vendors. As I said, vendors do not show much support. It's just Juicy Joe's, and then the Good Guys, an online vape website. Those are the only two vendors which actually ever showed me any type of, and then another one is Vapor Mountain, where Benji's involved, Vape King. Those guys showed interest in my juices, but because I struggled so much, I decided I'm done with it. I'm not going to try anymore. I'd rather just make for myself, and then people in this area, and then just go by word of mouth. And I think that's the safest route to go. So yeah. Now, Nico, I haven't played around with that recipe. I was too busy because I got my grade 12 question papers 1 in. They're preliminaries. They're busy with exams at the school. And I've got about 50 learners. And it takes me probably a good 30 to 40 minutes to mark one of those papers. They use question papers. So I didn't have a lot of time to do that though. So in any case, Blimey is very happy in the dwarf. And Rob, the nice thing about having 2-3 juices is, as I say, that's why I've got fruity, and that's why I've got that new one which you're also going to test, that pear, guava and kiwi one. You just have to, even though I've been vaping this constantly for 6, 7, 8 months, I can't even remember. But just to appreciate it again, I go 2-3 tanks on one of the others which I also like. And then when going back to that, then it's just so nice again. So I'm glad. It is great when you get 3, 4, 5 ADVs, which you're extremely happy with. I'm not talking juices which you like. I'm talking juices which you love. That's awesome to get to that specific point. And it is a mission finding it. That's why I say, I mean, this juice is very nice. This one is very nice. And this one is very nice. But it doesn't replace any one of my 3 fruits which I enjoy. But it's still great to have these guys for a tank every 2-3 days. Then it's nice. And then it's good juice. But Rob I think he's the meanest, not meanest as in personality wise, but he's the harshest critic of juices. But I think it's because his palate, he's lost so many olfactory cells and taste buds because of his age. It's very hard to satisfy that man. Very, very hard. In any case, guys, did you manage to finish that? Okay, Nesquik recipe. As I said, I will play around with that. I will have more time this weekend because I'm done marking question papers. I'm going to just moderate some question papers of the other teacher tomorrow. And then this weekend, I can start playing around with that. Again, I've still got some glazed strawberries and I've still got some fairy floss here to play around with. If you're putting the Hadley and the blue tip on the vicious ant, what are you putting on the Aegis squonk when it arrives? Asif, I've got a lot. I've got a drawer full of this. This thing is filled with atties and stuff. There's a lot which I haven't displayed. Atomizers. I've even still got, what is that old thing? That, man, the people thought it was one of the ugliest squonking dual battery mods which was out there. I think I've still got that as well. So let me see if I can show you. On this drawer. Might be here. No, it is somewhere. But I'll tell you what atomizer I'm going to put on top of that blue, and that is the Soul S. It's still one of the 22mm besides the Hadley, which I was impressed with the most. Taking nothing away from the Flav, but the Flav, if I put the Hadley top at number 10, at ranking 10, the Soul S would be at 9.5, and the Flav would come in at about, let's say, 8. So it's not there at the top for me though. The Entheon was nice, was fine, not too bad. But as soon as I got that cap to convert it from an Entheon to an Hadeon, then it immediately moved up a point as well. So yeah, now I've got enough atomizers which I can put on those things. The G-Box, that's right. I've still got the Lime G-Box. That's also, I should actually just put it in there because I like it. It might be corny to say so. It is a big, ugly thing, but it was a reliable guy which was easy to put in the bottle, take out the bottle, dual battery, lasted a long time. I really liked that. I vaped it a long time, that G-Box. And I actually had the old one as well still, but its paint started coming off though, so it's not very nice for display purposes. Okay, there you've got the Lost Vape Thelema 80 watt. For you guys who are who are Lost Vape fans, die-hard Lost Vape fans. I doubt I would get that though, not for myself. Simply because I'm tired of pot systems. As I said, I use pot systems to get myself that nice nicotine MTL hit, but obviously with these atomizers starting to come out, and the Pioneer, which I must still get, and the Aromamizer, the Glass, which I must still get, the Glass, the Z, I've got no, if they send it to me, I'll review it, but there's no way which I will purchase that. Oh, you got the silver one. But didn't you buy the silver one from me? Because I almost got 2. Somebody purchased over this period the silver one from me. I had both of them. This is nice. Is 500 for a Furion a good deal? Peppermint, well, if you like mech mods, I mean, it's a Lost Vape product, the Furion, or however you want to pronounce it there. But if you like mechs, you know how to build your 0.3 on it, because I think that's normally where mechs is going to feature there. The other thing which I also want to start up now again is my Rio. Start playing around with that, putting a nice Atty on that guy as well, and start. But maybe for next Thursday evening, I will have the Rio up and running with a nice 22mm squonking Atty and play around with that. Yeah, Sif, that thing. So as I said, people think it's bulky, but I like it. I like that G-Box for sure. But yeah, would you guys buy this Lost Vape 80 watt monkey nut, the Thelema? Peppermint, I know the Furion was a lot more expensive. It was more than 1,000 Rand when it actually came out. But if it's extremely well looked after though, it will most probably be the Ultim one, the Ultim version, because that's the one which you see the most often, and it's I liked it though. The gold part of it is a bit of a fingerprint magnet. I had it. I loved the look of it, but I just didn't like the functionality of it that much though. But as I said, I paid more than 1,000 Rand for mine when it actually came out. Pass on pods. Yeah, no. Okay, let's check out what else is over here in the pipeline. Okay, well, then the nice thing about this Lost Vape is the fact that you can use the Ultra Boost RBA on it. So that's probably a bonus for you, that you don't have to actually buy pods the whole time, because I think that is probably what's the most off-putting for a hobbyist, is not having an RBA for these pod systems though. And luckily Vaporesa brought out an RBA, Smok brought out the RPM RBA, Vupu brought out the RBA, so you actually have those options to avoid keep on buying your atomizers, because those things are going to start in the long run start costing you a lot of money, especially if they just last 2 weeks. The flavor on them last 2 weeks. I think Tim was on ESIC mentions the last vape he received to review. Leaks at the bottom. Oh, there you go. Oh, he did. I read his thing, yeah, and apparently he sent messages to Lost Vape and they promised to rectify it. They're sending him another one, etc. Yeah. That's right. But luckily, right. So it's not, I don't think it's available for purchase at the moment. I still think it's on pre-order there, so you've got a chance to actually pull out. And then a mod which doesn't look too bad is this guy. But the only reason why I would get this is that it houses an 18650. And rugged, the only thing that puts me off is that it's got a lot of the Aegis inside of it. When I look at that thing, I thought it's a new Aegis mod which has been released. And it is the Vaporesa Force 80 watt mod. But it doesn't look too bad. Looks nice and rugged, strong, if you can drop it there. It's got a little chroma R on the one side, on the bling, brushed stainless steel side or aluminum side, whatever. So it's basically for me a mashup between an Aegis and the Innokin chroma R, which still is an awesome mod. But yeah, that's that regarding what I actually wanted to show you currently. I don't think there's anything else. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So let's hit me with some questions, or I am going to have to be forced to die down this live session, because I can talk nonsense. That's no problem. You'll see my my next review. I'm probably going to use it in the review of the Humvee. This guy. My daughter brought in some balloons. One of these big tin foil balloons, which when she turned 16, her boyfriend gave her these big helium balloons. But now obviously the helium is starting to exit and they're starting to sink. So she said we must suck on the helium. So yeah, I decided to do one of my video intros sucking on the helium. But you'll see, it's almost as if I got a stroke from it, because I was sucking in too much helium and I couldn't get enough air. It's crazy. But yeah, I'll show you that video. I think you might enjoy it though. There Mr. Kaiser gets a stroke. No, it's not a stroke, but it looks like it. Any case, looks like the Aegis brother who still listens to Limp Bizkit. Yeah, I was never a Limp Bizkit fan, talking about that though. Never much Limp Bizkit fan, for sure. But yeah, no, that's that from my side, ladies and gents. As I said, you can go and try these two fruit juices, which you've got over there. And then I just want to thank White Collar. Oh my word. Oh yeah, that's another picture which I wanted to show you. Where's that picture? Why didn't it come in there? Ah, there it is. I forgot to show you that one. Look how those coils look after 3 weeks. Huh? But I've got to say, I just vape Blimey inside my, which doesn't have a lot of sweetener, which has got a lot of ice in it, etc. But you saw the cotton, but that's the new Maviton cotton which I put in there. How I wicked it though. Currently, that's what I've got in there. But I just wanted to show you what those White Collar coils look like still after 3 weeks. So if you're ever wondering why you guys are losing good quality coils quickly, it's your juice. Wordy word. So yeah, especially your desserts, your coffees, things with a lot of sweetener inside of it, they're going to mess up your coils. And remember, if you gunk up your cotton as well underneath your coil, every time which you fire it, it's not only your coils which are gunked up, but it's just cotton as well. And that speeds up the deterioration. To deteriorate, nee, is 'n mooi woord. Omdat ek's 'n boerman, moenie kwaad wees vir my nie. Ek sukkel, ek leer nog allerlei Engelse groot woorde. But that process, not a lot of sweetener, a lot of ice. Yeah, no, there's all these juices which I have with a lot of ice. That's how my coils look when I clean it every 2 weeks, when I put in new cotton or whatever. But now that I know what it looked like just after 2 weeks, that I basically didn't even have to. There was no burning through of the cotton underneath the coil. But that's Maviton. That's why I told Uncle Rob when we spoke, or WhatsApp one another. No, on a video call yesterday. I told him that's what I like about Maviton cotton, is in all facets, all characteristics which you look for in cotton, whether it's speed of saturation, whether it is heat resistance, whether it is retaining the flavor of your juice. Because remember, your juice has got a flavor. And you just want that, to experience that flavor. So what this cotton does, it doesn't enhance your flavor, but it takes nothing away from your flavor. Where a lot of other cottons do take away from your flavor. That's the whole thing. All right, and I can say your Maviton might just add a bit of depth to it though. It's interesting. But you'll understand what I say once you try it though. So it just ticks off everything regarding that. But I have found vaping fruits with around 0.6, 0.8 maximum sweet cap, super sweet in it, and combined with ice, you don't have a lot of issues. Not with the fruits, the flavorings which I use though. You do get fruit flavorings which automatically has got more sugar inside of it, obviously, hence it's called sweet pineapple or sweet guava or sweet lychee. So yeah, then you must just add a bit less of your cap super sweet with that though. But I always try to get mine at 0.6 or 0.8, nothing more than that though. Hi Stanley, welcome. You're more than welcome. Midibu, if you give more tips, I might figure out the recipe. Of course, I can give you more tips. But the thing is, I'm talking about general tips, whether it is for my peach apricot iced tea, whether it is for my pear apple lychee, whether it is for my pear guava kiwi, which Rob is also going to test soon. He's got on his way, so hopefully he enjoys that though. But that combination of a little less sweetener, fruit concentrates, and ice, I just find, there you see it. Those aren't new coils which I put in. So yeah, those are white collar coils. So I'm not saying they're the only coils in South Africa which are this top quality, obviously. There are other vendors as well. Not vendors, coil makers as well. But I'm very happy with their coils. I don't see any need to go elsewhere. And that's why I'm very happy that they sponsor me with coils. Absolutely. So yeah, and I'm a flavor chaser. I made my own coils, but their coils are better than mine, which I made. So I'm rather going to use these. So yeah, that's that. There's nothing which I can give away in a competition now. I've got the to-go, which is lying there, which I packed up. If anybody of you is interested in the to-go, the fingerprint one, that's actually compatible with the RPM rebuildable smock coil. You're absolutely welcome. Welcome to it. You can come around my house and you can come and take it. I won't even put it up for a competition now. But if you know any other vendors, tell them to send me juice. I'll put it together and we can give it away in a comp. But nobody does it. So I've got nothing which I can give you, Oaks. No. As I said, the people don't send me anything. Vendors. Aramax is keeping a parcel of mine. I still don't have my Torin Max. I still don't have my Blotto Mini. It's still kept at Johannesburg. They suck big time. I don't like them at all. Now I mustn't my I don't have time to open a vape shop. And I'm not a great businessman, so that it's definitely not going to work for me. Your prison bed cotton X3. No. Peppermint, you only say it because you have not met this. Once you've met this guy, it's over. It's over. It's over. Done. Gone. 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 The cottons are just shoelace cottons. Gone. Mavaton's the way now to go. These cottons I use when people come here and they want me to rebuild their stuff. Then I use these cottons. Good cottons, but not Mavaton. So yeah. And they're not that expensive though. You can get them in the 5 gram packets from Vapa's Cafe. Go and check them out. Absolutely. So anywho guys, if there's any more questions, ask them now. If there's no more questions, as I said, I don't want to make this live session an uncomfortable quietness. Then you're absolutely welcome to do that though. They actually ask me something or just put in general remarks. Then one thing which, talking about a vape shop, the one thing which I actually considered, which I thought if I did not become a teacher, and people tend to think teaching is boring. Now, there's nothing boring about teaching. If teaching is boring, then you're boring, right? Every year, the class in front of you differs, and you change your way in which you teach to adapt them, their potential. So there's nothing boring about teaching. But in any case, if I decided not to teach, then I thought of opening I would have loved to open a type of a pub with a nice wooden atmosphere, almost like a cabin, a mountain cabin type of atmosphere, with a nice fire going on the one side. You've got this wooden, a nice bar like the one which is in Cheers, for you guys who are old enough to remember Cheers with Ted Danson in, and Woody and all those guys. And have some nice music playing. I would have loved that. And I even had a nice name. I wanted to call the place Bottoms Up. I thought it would be a great name for a pub, Bottoms Up. But where you can just come and chill. Have your beer. This is, as I said, a nice fire going, with maybe a bit of Cat Stevens in the background, a bit of Don McLean maybe in the background. Good music. Good stuff. But yeah. But the vape shop, no thank you. No thank you. Yeah. There's it. Every try to quickly say, Peppermint, the airport is holding most packages, custom may hold my ages. But Peppermint, I can't understand why. I mean, if it's not quarantine, it's been longer than 2 weeks now. It's almost 3 weeks, which they're probably holding the crap. So yeah, I've got no idea. And as I said, there's too many stories of Aromax fiddling with packages, things which are lost. I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. Tienus has a stirrer where actually mailed me various components which he bought for nice and cheap. And the box which he actually did, I just forgot to put up those photos which he sent me. I knew there was something, but I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. So for next Thursday, I will put up the message which he sent me, and hopefully I think you should be able to play another little video additionally while I'm on here. I'm sure about that. But a magnetic stirrer which is very affordable, which you can actually put together using a nice big fan, magnets, nice box, bit of LEDs, a bit of resistors, a bit of switches and stuff like that. But he made it. He took some nice photos of how he actually assembled it, and it looks strong enough. I've got a laboratory stirrer at the back there. You can see there were my little fingers pointing. That little thing down there, there, and I struggle to stir anything more than 300 milliliters. And this thing of Tienus says this thing rocks 500 milliliters easy. So yeah, to search for a magnetic stirrer on a 50 by 50 millimeter fan. And there's a lot of videos. He also linked a few videos out there. And stirring does help a lot for blending your juices. So yeah, even if you leave it overnight, you're going to gain a lot of time in your steeping process as well. Just put it on a nice slow stir and just cover it with something, so that you don't have any skin flakes suspended in the air that drops in there. Just cover it up. But there are great stirrers for a cheap price though. The stirrer can be used to make do-it-yourself e-juice or beer. There you go. There you go. And the vape in the hand and one vaporessa. Click in a e-cig SA comp and still waiting. Me too, Stanley. What the hell you are? Like the pub idea. Yeah, man, the pub idea. I love to do that though. I've got all the DJ equipment still. Now, obviously, my son is also starting to play some functions though. But yeah, I've got 8 7 Vegas still. Good American 7 Vegas. 2 QSC amps. Cordless Shure microphones. Yamaha mixing desks. So I've got the music. And I've got the lights. I've even got a few lasers. Smoke machine. Haze machine. All kind of mushrooms and heaven knows what lights. So I've got all that. So I just need some silent investors. And let's do this thing. Let's get a nice little cabin type of atmosphere pub going. I think it would be great. Great. Just a place to relax. Music not too loud. Because you know what people are like. If they boozed up and the music's too loud. And then they start dancing, stumping into one another. And that's how the crap starts. Because there's some oaks which drink their gin and tonic. They can behave themselves. And then you get those two blokes together. Which drinks karate water. Brandy and coke. And it just takes something small to bring out the testosterone in them. That virgin active mode which I've got in them. To bring it out. What do you guys think about this South African bastard which had comments to say about overweight girls? What does he call himself? Toothstar. How ignorant can a person be? How stupid can you be? And you must remember, if you just do a video like that, never make something when you're emotional about something. Because you might say things which you are going to regret for a long time. Just go outside, take your vape, look at the moon for 10 minutes and think before you make a video like that. That created a lot of crap for himself. But he's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot to say those things. Maar do yourself fan stirrer werk soos 'n bom. Yeah, Midiboers also, Force Reineke also made a do-it-yourself thing. You guys must, it's a pity you can't say how much it actually cost you. Even though you might get your fan for free, but how much a fan of that would cost at a computer shop or whatever. Just to give the people a general idea. The Tarot Nano, yeah, the Tarot Nano is old, young, Henry. But it's also a nice little looking mod. I always like the look of the Tarot Nano. Stanley, a Keizer se karaoke and vibe bar. Mens, I love music. I just love music. And it'd be so nice. I mean, I can keep you busy for 12 hours of good music without repeating a single song. And Force as well. I mean, Force also knows his music. As I said, he sang in a set earlier. But in any case, please send a link for the cotton. I cannot find it. I can't find it. Okay, let's quickly sort you out over here. Let's sort you out quickly. Okay. I don't think you searched enough though. Because I immediately get it. Here it's right in front of me. Peppermint, you lazy. You just want me to do everything for you. Okay, let's just give you the general link to the cotton itself. So that you cannot complain. And that you're a happy chappy. There you go. I'll just paste it inside chat. There's it. Vapers Cafe, myshopify.com, cotton. And there you'll see a variety of volumes as well. But please, do yourself a favor and get that cotton. I'm still not getting cotton for free, guys. I promise you that. So I'm telling you honestly, because I purchased it and I paid probably more than what you guys are going to pay for it though. But ek is nie spyt vir een oomblikie. Dit is genuine goeie cotton. It's genuine, it's very nice cotton. Absolutely. Just find out what Mr. Rob uses. If I use it and he uses it and the other big guys use it, then it must tell you something. It must tell you something. So yeah, go out and go and get that. All the components available at Yebo Electronics. There you go. At Yebo Electronics. And I like Yebo. Yebo is a nice shop. There's a lot of toys for electronic fans to go and build. Nice small little kits. Go out there and get. I know they've got some nice boxes. Well, it's plain boxes, but the size is ready for your fans and your kit to actually be put inside. And magnets aren't expensive as well. So I think all in all, you can probably make yourself a nice, decent mixer if you can buy everything. Probably 4,000 Rand, I would say. And yeah, if you get a second-hand fan somewhere, drop another 100 off that. So yeah, there's Rob Fisher, Maviton for the win. Maviton most definitely for the win. I don't care which Maviton version, as long as it's Maviton, then I'm a happy man. But it tastes great in this. Okay guys, I appreciate you joining. I don't want to hold you out. It's 9:05. We've gone just over an hour already. Save up some more questions for next time, some more comments for next time. Go and do some research for yourself as well, so you can. Let's keep this session alive, man. It's wing it. The Vapa Chatz. So yeah, I don't want to be the only one that talks about Vapa. And thanks to the people that have actually commented here and for actually joining. I enjoy doing this. It's nice for me to talk about vaping, especially to people that is new. And there's a lot of experience inside the chats as well. So guys, feel free to join in and contribute. All right. So yeah, thank you very much. I do appreciate you. You guys must go and sleep well. I'm going to enjoy working tomorrow. I've actually got a day off tomorrow in the sense that I don't have exam duty. I still got a grade 11 class to teach. Busy with excretion and some question papers to moderate, but I've got a rustige day to go into my weekend with. Nice times. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good night, and I see